Hi, just finished this presentation. How was it? How was the audience? How are the emotions at the moment?
Well, I'm feeling good. I was actually on stage 2 times. First, we had this Finnish panel discussing about the outcomes of the events, ROI and such. And then there was this kind of competition between countries, and we pitched our Finnish idea for Tallink, the kind of concept, created a concept in 5 minutes. So.
Probably you're not the first. It's not your first time in Estonia because you're our neighbor. But is it your first time in the Baltic For Events forum?
Yeah, it's for me. It's the first time.
So, what do you think about this event? Is it should be compulsory? Is it necessary? Is it helpful?
Well, I've met a lot of great guys here, so that's a very important thing. I think networking between Baltic countries and networking with all professionals, Europe-wise and global-wise, is really important. And I think a couple of those keynote presentations in the morning, they were really good. And it's nice to see that even though the Baltic area, we are kind of neighboring countries, and we should be a lot alike each other. But I think there are a lot of differences of how we think and how we act and what things we think are the most important things.
Can you tell us a little bit, what are the differences between Baltic countries or comparing to Estonians or Latvians or, for example, for Swedish people, or what Finnish people are doing differently?
Well, it's quite a big question, but I would like to think that in Finland we are quite good at combining a really hardcore content in a very creative way, and I think that efficiency and also results are really, really important for us Finns, and I think that we emphasize these kind of hardcore results like ROI and what was really changed. I heard that when I was discussing with my fellow panelists who are our competitors, we were on a really same level and on a same spot. We thought about this, that how change is the major thing. But afterwards, when the Estonian guys came on the stage, they were much more into like emotions and satisfaction, and they were thinking like satisfaction is almost all that it takes, and we are thinking that satisfaction is just the ladder for more, that you have to be satisfied in order to kind of get real results, the real change with events.
You mentioned ROI, return on investment. What do you think, what are the bad things about ROI?
Well, if you want to kind of do the whole process as Elling Hamsö teaches, it's a really, really, really long process, and I don't think that the whole ROI process can be done in that way that he teaches. But I think that the core of the ROI is to measure change, and I think that is the kind of the best thing about it. So you have to think it as a tool and not as a kind of way of living.
Okay, I have one little bit tricky question, or a little bit teasing. When you are organizing events, your events are more similar to Nordic countries, or maybe a little bit more to Baltic countries? Where do you put yourself? If I can ask. Like
I don't think that there are that much differences between events in different countries. I think that there are more differences between agencies. For instance, we are mainly a B2B agency, and we do B2B events, and both to public sector and to large companies. So that is what kind of has most of the effect of what kind of events we do. So I don't think that B2B events in Estonia or in Sweden are that much different than B2B corporate events in Finland.
This is quite positive. Are you coming back next year?
Probably, yeah.
So, what would you like to say to our organizers, sponsors, participants? and all the people who are here at the moment, walking, discussing, having a new creative ideas?
I think this is a really good start for kind of Baltic area cooperation, but I would hope to get more customers here, more clients and customers. Then this would be more important business-wise too.
Thank you very much. You were
Thank you.
Really talkative and helpful.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.